In this video, I'm gonna set up the month of July in my brand new Erin Condren Dashboard Layout Life Planner. Hi, I'm Kristen and I post functional planning videos on my channel. If you're like me and you need a gentle reminder to just keep it simple, please make sure you're subscribed and I'll be right back. All right, so a couple of housekeeping notes. This is gonna be a long video. All of my videos are long. You don't need to tell me it's long. I know it's long. I film it and then I also spend twice that time editing it. So yes, I'm aware that it's long. We like long videos here. If you don't, you are free to move on. Okay, the next thing is that this planner was gifted to me by Erin Condren during the Life Planner launch. I will link the video up there so you can get way more details about this, but I am required to let you know that something in my video has been gifted, and so there we go, that was gifted. Also the markers, all of my markers have been gifted, as well as this will probably make an appearance too. I'm going to transfer some dates into my B6 monthly planner for my purse. So those things have been gifted, and also the sticker book, if I use it, was gifted. So anyway, that's out of the way. The next thing I need to mention is, what do I have here? So I have, this is my life planner that I'm going to be using starting now, finally. This is the brand new life planner. And I'm going to be planning in here, but I have my old life planner because I have stuff I need to move to this one. And then I also have my tending list here from Cultivate What Matters in my Power Sheets. This is my goal planner. And I recently did my Goal School Premium class where we set this up. And so I'm going to copy this stuff into my life planner so that it's all just in one spot. I keep this set up on a stand by my desk so I can see it every day as well, just because it can't hurt to see your goals over and over again. But I'm gonna move this for now off screen. Okay, and then like I started to mention earlier, I do have my B6 planner purse notebook set up here. I'm not going to be like planning in this too much. I am just going to go ahead and copy down some of the key dates in here so that I know what's going on when I'm on the go. And yes, I do use my Google Calendar on my phone for that, but I am trying to get into using paper because just looking at screens all the time is distracting, and I want to try out paper for on-the-go planning. And the setup, I will link the setup to this right here so you can see how I did it. The only thing not in that video is that I did redate this to be a Monday start using Planner Kate stickers. The tiny date dots are STK 106B, and I'm using the Jack font days of the week up here at the top, and that is font 2L in the Jack font. And then I just have my this is a Pilot Friction pen, and this says it's an 07, but I'm pretty sure I refilled the ink insert with a 0.5. But I just click that or hook that on there with the little pen, and then this is in my purse and works well like that. But I'm going to set that off to the side as well. Let's get this open. This is my current planner. It's an Erin Condren Vertical Life Planner, and I'm going to just kind of start moving things over. Let me cover up the clear folio so you don't have too much of a glare. I don't need this. This is one of the magnetic bookmarks. I have a bunch of these around, but I already have one over here on my planner, so I'm not going to need that one. I do want to put this little sticky note for the prep party up here for, actually let's go ahead and just put it on August because it should go in August. And then that's there. These are just some sticky notes, other sticky notes. What's in here? I already did all of the setup, like transferred this kind of stuff to this planner. I'll link that right up there. It's a very long video, over 2 hours, but if you like planner setup videos, then That might be a good one to watch. So then let's flip over to June, because this is the last month in here that I'll be using. And I just need to transfer some things over, like these dates or these tasks here are going to get transferred over, and then I'm still working on this. I'm going to leave this because I still have like a week left in June, so I'm not like completely abandoning this yet. You can see. So I guess really all I need is this, and then we'll reference this page here. This is how I'm going to put my tending list into the new planner. I've decided the notes page before the tab is going to be my like copy of my tending list, which I have been keeping up with. Like I can go in here and just say, I definitely did Duolingo yesterday. Today I did my Bible time. I haven't been doing this, and that's fine. But I have been keeping up with it, even though I'm not actually doing a lot of things. I have been updating it, let's put it that way. Okay, so we will kind of put this, actually let's keep it open to that, because I think that's what we will do first in the new planner. So I think what we're going to have to do, because this is so bulky, I think we're going to have to take this out of the folio for now. I mentioned before that I might not keep as much stuff in here as I have been keeping in here. I'm not quite sure yet. Let me get my pens that I'm going to use. And am I going to use my stencils? I don't know. I also have the stencil that came with the planner, but I want to be more intentional about using the things I buy for my planner. So I do have those stencils, and then I have the stickers and things. I have the new accessories that match this year's line. Of course, I have the sticker book here, and then I have just sticky notes if I need them, and then the washi tape fan. And then, oh, what I need to remember, I think they're back here. Yes, so the monthly sticker book. This is the designer sticker book edition. Is it 10? I didn't write on it. The most recent one. That's there. The new ones won't come out until the fall. So like this is the same one that's been out since last fall. So it's not a new one for this launch. They come out with the calendar year stuff. So yeah. Okay, so I think that let's get this out, even though this is for the week, and then let's take this out just to get it out of the way, and then we'll put it all back together when it's time. And then let's get that guy. Okay, and we're gonna go here. Okay, so I guess I will need to take this off as well, because this is the magnetic bookmark. It adds bulk, which makes it kind of difficult to plan when I have so much stuff in here. That's the, I guess, drawback of using those things. Especially when you're at like the front of your planner or the end of a planner where there's not many pages in between everything to kind of like smooth out those bumps. I'm just very sensitive to the difference in size of things. So these add a lot of extra bulk. And so we're just trying to get back to a smooth surface to write on. Okay, so now I am trying to decide how I want to do everything, because last time I just used my highlighter and wrote it out like this. I used the chisel tip side of a highlighter to write that, and then I outlined it. And what I was actually thinking is I could use the red highlighter. This came with the Evolve edition. It's a coral highlighter. and it comes out red on the page. And so I was thinking, I think I have it here, I could show you. Surely I have that. Bold blooms, meadow, sunset. Here we go, evolve. And it's this coral color here, right here. So it comes out pretty red. I don't have like a dark blue highlighter. I have the sapphire, the old sapphire one that came. I don't think I have a thing here for it, but I have an old sapphire highlighter that came with the like Inspire. Remember the sets of pens that had like the barrels were the design of the planner? There was a dark blue with that one, but I think it's just, I don't know, too much. And then since it's 4th of July, July is a patriotic month here in the United States. And so I thought it might be fun to do something like, let's use the back of this. And I can kind of show you what I'm thinking here. Like that. And then I could outline it with the blue. Oops, that's ugly, but that's okay. You get the idea. Okay, and then anything highlighted, I could use that blue just as like a different blue. Or I could do this color blue and we can outline it in this, which I might go with just because I almost feel like the red, I don't know. Let's look at the stickers too and try to decide if I'm going to use the stickers. Because then I could just use like as the dividing headers, like this. Okay, the stickers are here. I don't know why I was like, where did I put the stickers? I'm using them. See, the stickers have a lot of like these two-tone blue with just a little bit of red. And I think that might be better. And then I could write here, like monthly, like that on the red. I think this is the way to go. This is cute though. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, this is a highlighter. Hold on. We have a fine, well, we have a medium point on this side. And that one is very bold. And it looks kind of silly on top of, it kind of has like a gold sheen to it, like in my light. So I don't like that, but I mean, we would write maybe like this instead. I'm still thinking this one because that one is going to give me more opportunities to use the red, but not be so like bold and be like, ooh, red, you know? It's just gonna be like a very subtle hint of red, white, and blue. So yeah, let's follow this little format here. We'll write with this one, we'll make the dividing lines with this one, and then we'll do any outlining, like we'll do outlining and words with, and the maybe even also the check boxes with this one, and then we'll write the main like content with this one. Okay, I hope that made sense, but let's see. I am going to move some of this stuff over. I haven't even decided if I want to use any of these on this page yet, but you know. All right, so let's go over here since I need to be able to see what I'm doing. Let's move these out of the way. Okay, and I guess I don't need this. I could just go ahead and like park it on here. Not that I'm gonna probably need that reminder, but whatever. All right, so we're just gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna say, but we're gonna say July. Please don't write June, Kristen. All right. All right, July goals. All right, and then let me get the sapphire. So the sapphire comes in the colorful 12 pack. I actually just made a reel using these, so I took my packaging back out and put them all back in there. There are 12 colors that match the tabs. I'm sure you already know this if you've been watching any of my videos, but just in case you're new here, you can get a pack of markers that matches the tabs of the planner, one for each month, so you don't have, there's no guesswork. I already had the same color, so I have another one, but that's where these come from. And I'm using the medium point side to outline here. I like the medium point side better. Just, I don't know why, I feel like I like it. I think it's because I prefer to write with like a juicy pen, and the medium point side feels more juicy to me than the fine point side. So, yeah. And nothing fancy here. I just used my regular handwriting to write with the chisel tip side of my highlighter, and that's it, and then just outline it, and I just think it's fine. Now the other thing about these highlighters, these are also dual tip, but they're in the dual tip markers section. What I'm going to do in the description is I'm going to link the writing utensils section, and there's going to be a spot where you can click dual tip markers, and you're going to find both the markers and the highlighters in that section. I know there's a section for highlighters that you can click on, but they're different highlighters. If you want these specific highlighters that look the same as the dual tip markers, you're going to need to look for those under dual tip markers. This is the Evolve set, and I'm using powder blue, which I believe came from the Canvas set. Yes, Canvas. It's almost exactly the same as the Ocean Blue from the Bold Bloom set. Now I'm going to get my stencil that came with the planner just to use as a straight edge, and I'm going to do this first one, this first section here. I guess I need to get this. We probably don't really need this as a guide anymore because I am going to have to count these things to create like how long. But you see, this is the basic layout. I've got the monthly things, the weekly things, and the daily things, and I'm going to do it in the same way. I'm just going to fix the spacing a little better. All right, so we have our monthly section here. All right, and I have 4 things that I want to work on, and on last month I just made my list for my 4 things, and then one of them that had extra steps, I made room for the steps. The things that have steps here are the quilt and the Galveston trip. So I think we could probably do that, but we might just have a little bit less space here. Okay, so the staycation, I've already broken that out, and it has 6 steps. So I'm going to start over here with my checkbox. I'm going to use the largest box on the stencil that came with the planner. And then we have 6 steps for that, and I'm going to make 3 columns of 2 little check boxes each, and I'm going to just use the next smaller square just to show that they're like sub steps, and we're just going to kind of eyeball it and not measure because it doesn't need to be perfect. I just need enough room to write like a word that I know what the step is talking about. Okay, and then we'll just do one more right here. Oops, I need the smaller one. And yeah, it's not going to be super even. It might not look like, I probably could have come over a little more so that there's the same amount of space. But you know what? To me, that kind of stuff is not a big deal. It doesn't matter. Other people are going to want to maybe measure. So the quilt has 4 steps, and I'm going to need to do 2 on each because I don't think I have enough space for everything else. So let's just kind of take up the same amount of space. So I'm not going to skip a line in between each monthly goal. I'm just going to kind of do this. So there's that, and then we'll just go here like that. Okay, and then the next 2 things are just single things, and I will just put a box for each of those like that. And now let's write those in using the black marker. Okay, so I have all of that written, and now I'm already seeing this, and I don't like how crowded it all is personally, but that's a learning experience for next month. Okay, so, oh, and then I never wrote that these are the monthly action items. That's what I wanted to write here in red, so let's get that in. So these are the monthly action items. Okay, so now the next thing would seem like I would do the weekly, but what I really want to do is figure out how much space I need with the daily. And so for the month of July, I'm gonna need to look at my calendar to figure out how many like lines of checklist boxes I need, and it looks like I only need 5, so that's good. And July starts on a Tuesday. So that's important to note because then I can decide how many of these I need. So I have 5, so that's good. So really it's only going to take up this many plus the heading. So the heading is going to go right here. So let's go ahead and just put that first for the daily habits. So then I know how much space I have for the weekly habits or the weekly rhythms or whatever. There we go. And so then if I'm going to do, I have all 6 lines here filled up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I do, I need 6 lines plus the top for the week number. So I need 7 lines of space plus a space for heading. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then a heading. So I think that's what we'll do is make this be the heading right here. And there. Now I can easily start building out the rest of this. So this is my weekly action items, and this is my daily habits. Okay, so for the weekly thing, I'm going to use these here to make 6, how did I want to do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're going to start here. Oh, I'm going to go this way because I have 5, and then that way the spacing will be good because I have 5 weeks worth of like actions 5 weeks of things. And on this one, I'm going to use the small fine point side because these are small little squares. And we're just going to draw these out, and I need to only do 6 of them. And so what I'm using here is, this is again the stencil that came with the planner, and this is like the little calendar stencil. I am just going to go like this to make check boxes like that. And then you do kind of have to like shift it down a little bit because it doesn't line up with the lines this way, but it's not too bad. At least everything else stays pretty even. So I'm going to build that out, and I'll also do the daily habit calendars to show you that real quick. I'll do one and then I'll do everything else off camera because, you know, we like long videos, but you get the idea. Like, we don't need it to be that long. You don't need to watch me draw every little square. It's just not necessary. Okay, so I have those 6, and now what I'm going to do is draw these, and we just need to remember that that July starts on a Tuesday, so I'm going to skip that first box since I like a Monday start calendar. So we have all of those days. And then July ends on, I guess I should have looked that up. Okay, I have a calendar right here. July ends on a Thursday. So we will go Sunday, Saturday, Friday, this is Thursday. Okay, so now the other 3 weeks worth, I need all 7 boxes. And I just did I don't know. I got on a roll and then I mess up. I just filled in this bottom one, which I will take out. I filled in the Friday one. That's okay. That's okay. It's what we have white out for. All right. So now I will go and fill in all of this stuff for my weeklies and my dailies, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I have this all done, and I have my week numbers up at the top here. I have everything filled in, and I just crossed out this last one here because this Bible study at church does not meet that week, so can't go. I like it overall. I wish this didn't look as cluttered and crowded and I had a little more breathing room there, but that's a learning experience for next month. And I think it's fine. I think that's a good, it's like subtly patriotic and cute, and I'm happy with it. So now we can put this away. And I think I only need this out to move over those last couple of tasks that I know I'm not going to do in June, but we'll just stick that off camera too. And let's go with the monthly plan. I already have the Bible study. I went ahead and put stickers there. And I have decided to maybe what I'll do is I'm gonna take and just kind of like put the info about the Bible study. I could write it here, or I could put it in the sidebar. I think I probably should write it here because that's where my eye is gonna go to see the time. Yeah, and then I have an event at the library we want to do that's on this day that I need to add a label for. So let's see, how can I add times? I was thinking I could just highlight and then write over like just put a highlight here. And I don't know. I think I need to look and see what day the prep party is for July. So I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to log into my Goal School Premium account. And that's going to help me decide where I want to actually write things, because I do like to keep it like the same throughout. It just looks better in my mind. So it is that night. So I'm not going to be able to do the prep party live that night. I'm going to write it here anyway, just in case like the Bible study gets like rescheduled or canceled or something. How do I want to do that? I guess I'll just put, because, okay, let's get the icons. This is going to help. Where is this one? This one has my colorful ones. And I have this I will use for the prep party. It's just a little like noisemaker. These are Planner Kate BW icons. And I like to use them because one, they're cute and I can get an icon for just about anything. And two, they help me like take up less space in the planner. And I've decided I prefer to write in black. So it's 6:30 to 8:30 each night for the Bible study. But I don't know, because this is such a thick marker and I don't really care for the fine point side. Is too dry for me. Do I write with a regular pen? I could write with my erasable friction pen. Are we going to go back to using that? Yeah, okay. But I want to go like here. So 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. It's just important to me to know that it's a 2-hour-long one. Normally I would just put the start time, but I want to know that it's 2 hours that night. Okay, and then the prep party is at 7 p.m. this night. All right, and then, so that means in August, the prep party is going to be at 11 like I thought. And I can go ahead and put this on the right date because I have the whole quarter pulled up here actually. So it will be August 26th and then September 24th there. All right, and then now, since I have this pulled up, I need to put the master class for July is at 11 a.m. my time on the 16th. So that one, I will use, what do I normally use for the master class? I think I just do like the computer for the Zoom meeting. I can't remember. What was I doing before? Did I even put that in here? Oh, I wrote it on those things, those labels on this one. I just wrote GSP on that one. This is why I can't remember what I normally do. Oh, I normally use those. That's why. Okay. Well, let's just use the computer to indicate that it's a Zoom meeting, I guess, or the phone. That's right. I think that's why I got the phones, was for Zoom calls. And this is at 11 on this day. So 11 a.m. GSP. Okay, wow. And then we have tennis. That's a new thing for July. We're having tennis every Tuesday and Thursday. So I'm gonna need to get, I ordered way more tennis rackets. I only have 3 in here and I don't know if I have any more here. I don't think I do. I think I already moved them all over. They would be on this page of extras. Yeah, I've already, oh no, they would be on the school page of extras, and I've already moved everything over. For tennis, we're just gonna go ahead and use the plain black and white ones for now, which I have in this book here somewhere, I hope. Tennis rackets, okay. So we're gonna do tennis every Tuesday evening and every Thursday evening. Except I don't think we have Thursday the 3rd because, but I'm not sure. I guess I'll just put it there, and if it gets canceled, it does. Because we also have a fireworks show that night in the neighborhood, and the tennis might overlap with that, and I think they might not have it, but we'll see. It might be early enough that we can do both. Okay, so this is every night from 5 to 6:30. Or every Tuesday and Thursday. Normally I don't like to write all of the same stuff over and over again because it makes everything look very cluttered. And I usually don't even like to schedule this many like recurring things like this. It's just not how I like to live my life. But as my son's getting older, he's getting busier and having like his own things going on, and I'm trying to account for that in my schedule just to make sure I know what's going on. And obviously I need to drive him there, and this is a good time for me to go for a walk in the neighborhood. When I take him to the court, there's a walking trail right there, so you know. And then I also said we have a snakes event at the library on this day, so that is going to be, I don't know, I don't have a snake icon obviously, but I do have a book icon, so I'm going to use that to indicate library. 2 to 3 p.m. and we'll just write snakes at library. Okay, so I am done with this. I have that information in a notebook or in my email, so I don't need it. Okay, so look, we're already looking really crowded, and I don't care for that. The other thing is our trip that we wanted to take is this week. It's just a quick trip, and I want to be back Wednesday morning. We were gonna leave, the 20th is my birthday. So let's put a birthday sticker in there. And just because I really like the new birthday stickers. And let's do, I feel like I have a, yeah, here we go. The BW icon for the balloons. And we'll put that up here. And I have these stickers, and I was thinking I could do one of the washi tapes to indicate the trip. And I can just cut it because I don't need the whole thing. Where this is such a mess. This is when I get frazzled with planning, is when everything is a mess. Oh goodness. Okay, settle down. Let's just use this to rip it. All right, and then see, we're already so busy that day. Oof.
I really want to, that's the last session of the Bible study, so I don't want to like miss it. So I do want to get back during the morning or like earlier in the day. So yeah, there we go. Now I need something here. I will write, Galveston. Okay. And sticker sheet, extra little bit in case I need it for some reason. Okay. We have Formula One, but I'm not going to put the times for Formula One because I'm going to build that here. And I think that's everything on my calendar. I don't know when his orthodontist appointment will be. It probably won't be in July anyway. I'm going to find out when they're going to take his braces off and all that too. I'm not sure how many more months we have, but we're rounding out the end of his braces treatment. Okay. And I think that's everything that I need to put here for now. Oh, the fireworks show. I want that on here, and we will use the stickers for that. This sticker here. Oh, the little map is cute. It's kind of big though. I might put that here. Okay, so my neighborhood is awesome, and we do a fireworks show every year. And I'm just gonna kind of put this here. And it doesn't really have like a set start time, I don't think. It's just everyone gets there when it starts getting dark. So, okay. I'll just write fireworks show. And let's just fill in that space with an exclamation point. And then I'm gonna put the little map just because I like the map over here, because I'm not gonna have anything that day because we're not gonna be home. And I guess we're not going to tennis that night, but I'm gonna leave that there in case, you know, the trip gets canceled or something. Okay. And all right, let's move on to the next page. I feel like that looks so busy. I don't know. It's my own fault for having that many things going on or deciding to write all of the times in. I think already that I'm regretting that, and so I could just erase it. That's the beauty of using the erasable pen. And then move it over here. So you'll just have to watch my next plan with me to see if I did that. Basically what I would do is just make a key for what these icons mean. And that might make me feel better, but we're just gonna move on. We're gonna go to the next page, and this is the to-do list. And so I'm gonna go ahead and just fill that out with those couple of things that I know I need to do. My son's physical for next year, and then there's just forms I need to fill out. I need to renew my driver's license. I also like to change. I usually also have like a monthly thing where I like to change my wallpapers on my phone. I haven't been doing that. I've just kind of I put just basic ones on there. So, but I think I want to change them this month. So I'm going to put that, just because it's just like a simple little thing that adds a little bit of fun. You know? It's just a cute little fun thing I can do. Okay, and then what I want to do here is, this is something I always forget to do, but when you're planning your month, you want to look at this. and see what you have decided needs to get put on your monthly calendars, and then transfer all of that over. Now, I already did that. I like having this all together so that when my husband and I are trying to figure out what weekends he should come home from work, it's easier to see the things that are important to us in making that decision all together. And then sometimes we'll plan like 3 months at a time of that. So it's good to see it all in one. But you're gonna wanna check this page and then transfer those dates to your monthly. I already have like the Formula One dates on there, and then we don't have any other dates for July, but I've already put things for August in there. So anyway, you're gonna wanna do that. Then the next page for me is my 12 boxes. And this is where I'm gonna find the month that I'm in, and I'm gonna transfer these things that I've already predetermined need to get done in that month. I'm gonna transfer those to my to-do list, as well as the car. I think it's just registration for us and not inspection. It's all combined now. So if my county, in Texas, we don't have to do inspections anymore, but some counties do. But like the state doesn't make you, the county might. I still don't know if we have to do it for our county, but it's all rolled into the registration anyway. So I need to do both car registration. Let's just write this, registration. And we're gonna fertilize the plants, clean the oven, and do the HVAC. So HVAC, filters, clean the oven, fertilize the plants, and car registration. And I'm just going to put ×2 because it's both cars. Okay. So those are the main monthly to-dos. I also have this, which I have not filled out yet, but I would check this. Watch my setup video to see this. These are the extra May and June monthlies that Erin Condren included in the July start planners. I used Planner Kate stickers to cover those and add just more functional note space since I wasn't using this planner to plan in. So that's what this is, but I haven't filled this out yet. This was gonna be what I was gonna figure out what I needed to work on each month here. I haven't done that yet. I still will do that. It's just, this month is crept up on me, so I didn't. And then the next set of pages I also haven't done. This is more of like budgeting stuff that I need to figure out, which is one of my goals for this month, was creating that budget routine or that financial routine. So we're gonna transfer the stuff that we have here over to the monthly to-do list. What I should do is put each individual item so that I can be working on crossing those things off little by little. And so that's what I'm gonna do. We need to book the hotel. I need to set up the tour. I need to get fishing licenses, which I think we could probably just do at the Walmart there in Galveston. How did I spell license? I think I spelled that wrong. License, does that look right? Yeah, okay. But I at least need to look into it and make sure that's still the case. We all need new swimsuits. I need to book the tickets for Moody Gardens. And then just pack for the trip and prep the house for being gone for a few days. And so that's the trip. And then the next thing is I need to make quilt blocks. I need to cut the sashing for the quilt. I need to piece together the whole top. And I'm not gonna share it on Instagram. I don't really need that. I need to make a backyard wish list. And look at, we're already at the end of this to-do list. And then we need to create a financial routine. So these are things that are in my tending list, and they're part of my goals. And they're on the to-do list so that I make sure to put them in my weekly plans, because then when I plan my week, I'm going to check this list and move over the things that I know I can do during that week, you know, move them over that way. I just realized there's more things on my monthly that I forgot to put in. So let's do that before we finish this dashboard. Normally I have icons for recurring things and I didn't put them in. So let's do that. On the first, I always have a bank transfer that I do manually, and that's here. I use the stack of cash one for that, and then I make a savings deposit every week or every month around this day. So I can do that from my phone. I will do that on that day. And then I resubscribe to a Twitch streamer that I like, which is going to be on this day. And then we are going into the school year starting in August, and so I need to check my son's lunch money account. I think there's just a couple of dollars in there. I'm gonna need to refill that. We'll just go ahead and put it, I like to do it on the last Friday of every month. School doesn't start until like a couple of weeks into August, so I don't really need to do that. But I'm trying to get, you know, that's the normal routine. So I'm just gonna put that there as a reminder, and then I can decide when to do it. And these are things that I just see these whenever I'm planning my week, and then I know to add those to my weekly checklist if I need to. It just kind of reminds me to make sure I've either done it or am gonna be doing it that week. Okay, so now here, I am gonna let's do the Formula One schedule, because I know that is something that will go here. Okay, so for Formula One, I basically we had the dot grid in the previous versions of the monthly dashboard. Now we have a lined section. This lined section has 7 lines on it, and I think I can make that work with the same little concept here. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I did make a little cheat sheet for this. Here it is. Okay, perfect. So I don't need to review this. I can just look at this. What I did here was I took a piece of old notes paper from an Erin Condren notebook, and I have 7 lines worth of notes paper so that I know exactly what I'm working with here. I can get 3 races in, and I think I did that because if you look at the whole calendar, each month there's only 2 or 3 races, or 1 in December, but that way I know how much space I'm working with here. So I can go ahead and make this little grid, and I think what we'll do is just kind of make it fun and do the this here, because we have room to work with. I'm just gonna make the top line be this washi, and I think I also want to use the washi or the stickers from maybe this. We'll find some matching stickers. Okay, so now we have room here where I can put, because I only need 2, I don't have to kind of cram everything here. I can put my Planner Kate stickers up here at the top to say this is Formula One. I lost a wine glass here. All right. I want to put my Formula One checkered flag up here, And I have a custom script that says Formula 1. So let's get that out too. I ordered a different font, but this is the one I have for now because my order hasn't arrived yet. So we're just gonna go ahead and use it. I could change it if I wanted to, but I don't know that it's that serious. Okay, so now let's get a straight edge, and we just need 2 like grids worth. And I will draw this. Let's draw it with, should we draw it with a red? Oh, I didn't like how the red looked. Don't I have a red? Here, let's draw it with the coral or salmon from the 12 pack, because then we can incorporate the patriotic colors like the red, white, and blue for July. And we're just gonna go from edge to edge across like this, and then skip 2 lines and do it again. I have to remember to move my fingertip. I think it's easier for me if I turn it this way so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, much easier. Okay, skip 2 lines and do that. And then we'll just connect the edges here, and just kind of have like a box for the week number. And then I think I measured 1 inch. Yeah, so we'll just put a dot here and here. And do we have any sprints in July? I guess I need to look at my phone. We have a sprint in, so yes, we will have a sprint at the Belgian Grand Prix. Okay, so we need 1 more little section here. Okay. So we're gonna connect it here like this. And I'm not making it like super perfect. I think that line is a little bit off, but that's okay. So this is, let's use the sapphire for up here. This is the sprint, quali, and then the race. And then here, let's just use the black for this. This is week 27, and then week 30. Week 27 and week 30. And this is Silverstone, and this is Belgium. And then there's no sprint in Silverstone, at Silverstone, but the sprint, because I'm already looking at this one, I already have this one pulled open on my phone. The sprint is at 5 a.m. my time on Saturday, and quali is at 9 a.m. my time on Saturday, and then the race is at 8 a.m. on Sunday. So now what time is, Silverstone is at 9 a.m. for quali on Saturday and 9 a.m. for the race on Sunday. And I'm just realizing I did do this wrong, because I should have done the 3. I should have added that next week, because it is going to be in here, isn't it? It is. Okay, well, I'll just remember that for next time. I was looking at this and didn't think about that. So I definitely need to check my actual calendar when I'm deciding how many lines I need, and not that. Okay, so that's fine. Anyway, we have that, and we're gonna put, I think, cleaning here. The cleaning tasks. So when I did my setup, I had originally thought I would put my monthly cleaning tasks that come from my 12 boxes page. I would put those here, and then I would put my weekly cleaning sticky note on top of it. But I don't know, I just felt like I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to make like the weekly or the monthly cleaning tasks be like the star of the show, I guess. I don't know. My brain's weird. So I was thinking I would just take these high level monthly action items and put those there, because that makes it's like, these are fun things. These are like happy, fun things that I want to do. So I'm thinking that's what I will do instead. And let's make it fun by, let's find some stickers in here, I think. There's stickers in this book that fit these. So we have this one here, but that one's like purple and that one's peach, but I'm pretty sure we have, oh look, I had these. Let's use that. Hold on. I'll put it here. There's this one that says Getaway. I like it. Okay. Cute. Okay. These. Okay. So I was thinking I could use, this one's kind of a reddish color. Here and here. What do we think about that? Or I could put it, let's get the blue one, the dark blue one for July, and just kind of like figure it out. So these have like a little curve on one side to mimic the look of this like heading here, and like I could put one here. I like it. And then we could use, it said to do, I know, but I just thought of something that these are cute. So why don't we use this? And then just put that. Let's use the tweezers so I can line it up better and see what I'm doing. Like that. If I had like the matching Planner Kate like font, I would put that there too, or that could be an option. Now I could do, these are more pink though. I was trying to find something that had like red to make it, I don't know, more red to match like red, white, and blue. I think I'm gonna take all of these sticker sheets out of here because, you know, it's already falling apart and I feel like it's easier for me not to have to flip through like that. These also fit, but these aren't curved. Okay, let's do, what's in here? Let's just do more, I don't know, red. We could highlight and then write on top of it. I've done that before and that was cute. So our 4 action items are staycation at Galveston. So Galveston trip, quilt, backyard, financial routine. Okay, I said they were fun, but you know, they're goals. They're more important than just basic, you know, your basic tasks that need to get done, I feel like. I'm just putting one line for each next to these bullet points here. like that. All right, and then let's fill in we'll say Galveston trip, stars and stripes, quilt, backyard, project, and organized finances. So what I'm writing here is my high level goals, not everything. So like the Galveston trip will be finalized this month, but the whole quilt won't be done. The whole backyard project won't be done. The whole organized finances project won't be done. But those are the things that I'm working on, that I'm excited about working on. So that's what that's for. Oh, I could have used this one that said to do. So let's put like this one that says important, and we'll put this up at the top like that. Do we have anything like reddish in here, like dot type things? Like there's some hexagons here. Oh, I could use this little exclamation point. Yeah, let's use that. I think will be cute if I could get this off of here. Here we go. And this says important. I don't like that. I'm gonna make it, I don't know, maybe that's not. I don't like that all of these fonts are different. Like I'm already regretting that. But you know what? We're playing in the planner and that's fine. And you can learn from this and decide if that bothers you or not. And if you're like, okay, that doesn't look great. Well, you learned from my mistake and you didn't waste your stickers. And yeah, let me make the mistakes for you. There we go. I like that better. Okay. And this, I don't know what I want to do with yet. I think I'm just going to put my, cleaning thing there just to park it. I'm going to use this sticky note that I have. You can find a similar one in my Etsy shop, but it's a printable. Yeah. So let's use this. And just get like the little cleaning bucket, I think. And we'll just write cleaning, and then I write the week numbers in there. I'm gonna write that with my fine point pen. We're starting on week 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. And then I'll just write out my weekly cleaning tasks there. And I think that's it. I don't really know what I want to do here. Let's put this like red, white, and blue thing. Maybe here, stripes and stars bar. Here. Yeah. We're layering. We'll probably do our own fireworks. We had a bunch of fireworks we got for New Year's, and then I got sick, and then we just didn't end up doing anything for New Year's. So we have a bunch of fireworks already, which is nice that we don't have to go shop for them. So, okay, I think that I'm happy with that. I do like the stars. Let's put the stars like here. like that, and then they can peek out. And then if I want to write anything there, it still looks cute. And we have this one little foil star here that we'll just put over here. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. I'm gonna leave this blank for now. We'll see throughout the month if I need this for anything, menu plans, that kind of thing. And I think that we're good here with our monthly plan. And now I guess I have to put all of this back together, and I'm kind of dreading that. So, what do I want to do with these markers? I'm not going to use these for anything. I have all of this stuff that I need to put back on my folio. I didn't end up using the sticky notes for anything. Oh, and then I didn't fill this out. Man, this is a lot. I need to get my act together as far as the plan with me, how I'm doing things. I kind of changed things up a little bit, and so it is a little bit, you know, we have some like growing pains. I think I'm gonna have to use the icon stickers here. This is like too small. And this is definitely a spot where I would be writing in like the key over here. There's no way I could get everything. There's no way I could get everything in those boxes, even trying to write small. So I'm going to use the Planner Kate icon stickers here. This is a good use for them, and then you can see how they fit in the planner. We have tennis each night, or each Tuesday and Thursday. I am just going to write that we have tennis on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm not going to actually put the icons in each one, but I am going to put an icon for the Bible study so that I can write the actual info over here. Okay, and then I do have an appointment. I do have my master class that I want to do. Oh, I had more tennis stickers there. Here, we'll just use these ones that say meeting because they're small. And that is on, what did we say, the 16th and the 23rd. Okay. And then we're going to do the library that day. So the idea behind this is that basically if I am out and I need to make an appointment or something, I can look at this and go, oh, we had planned to be somewhere that day. So we're not going to make plans that day. And then the other thing is I wanted to see, I can use like the little party popper, which I don't have one in here, I guess. I want to use that little party popper for the 3rd to indicate that we are, well, I'll do this one. It kind of looks like fireworks. It's confetti and a banner to indicate the fireworks show. Okay, and then this is my birthday. I can put that on there. We'll use the little happy birthday balloon here. And we'll put, this is like a arrow sticker from Planner Kate, and we'll just put that here. to indicate the travel. I'm going to use some of these little page flags. Okay, to note what I'm talking about there. And I'll just write trip. Okay, I think that works. So let's say trip. Tennis is Tuesday and Thursday, 5 to 6:30 p.m. And then we have Bible study from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. on Wednesdays. Okay, and this is 2 to 3 p.m. and this is dusk. This is 11 a.m. and this is 7 p.m. Okay, I think that's good enough, right? Did I get everything? I don't need to put like the tasks in here. This is just like where my body physically needs to be. And I think we're good. I think that's all I need to put there. Like this kind of stuff is like, would have been cute for this, I think, instead of using them in here. Like I could have used these birthday and stuff, but I like the Planner Kate one. So anyhow, that is it for that. And then now these, I can swap this out with my other blue marker and put this here. So this is gonna go back in my purse. And I need to put everything back in the folio. So that's something else I need to learn about while I am planning in this planner, is like what is actually going to work for me. What do I need out of here? What do I need to put in here? You know, like this I'm not sure is really useful for me yet. So basically I'm going to take all of this out because I don't think I'm going to need all of that together. I do need to put this back in this week here. I didn't fill out the dashboard because I don't know. I guess I don't know what I need it for. I just wanted it there for the tab mostly. So we'll put that there and just see how that works. You know, we'll see. I think what's going to happen is that this is what it's going to become like a sticky note dashboard, and then that way I can move that throughout. I think that'll just become a sticky note dashboard because this stuff always transfers onto the page. And then we're already so full with this. I think that the to-do list is going to either move over to this page that's empty, or I'm just going to put more sticky notes over top of it as I cross things off, or just put more sticky notes here. So maybe we should do that too. Maybe we should add one of these sticky notes, like a checklist. Which one is the checklist? The pink one? But the blue one matches. Let's just use the blue one because it matches. It's a grid. So we'll go ahead and just get an extra sticky note out to put here in case. And I do want to leave this here because I do need to start being better about planning the menu. Let me get this in here. And I'm putting it in front of those stickers. Like that. Oh, well. Did I put that on right? Am I missing a hole somewhere? I feel like I'm missing a hole somewhere. Okay. There. I put an extra cover on here so that I can slide it in that way, but still have like a cover here to put stuff on. I feel like I did this wrong. I did. Okay, hold on. Maybe that's why it fell off in the first place, because I had it on the wrong holes. I think I'm not gonna even bother doing that. I think that is just adding to the bulk. So let's just leave the one that's already on there in it and then slide that back in. All these things I was trying seem to not be working. It seems to be just too much for this. Okay, so there's that. I do like having these sticky notes. Maybe I should have just used that as the to-do list. Okay, let's keep these in the back. Back here, I need to put my little cheat sheet here, and let's put my stickers back here. And these go back on the front cover. I think I can retire the little card actually, and let's put this in. Let's put this up here. Let's just put this in the back pocket as a reminder whenever I look back here to look into that for my kid. And this can go, let's put this on the actual like cover like that so that I don't have to open this to add things. And then this needs to go, I don't know where I want to put this. I guess I could put this on the cover too, but I wanted it to not stick out. So basically I'm just trying to find one extra spot for my pen, but let's just do it like I was doing it before. So I have my black pen here that I write with, and then I just loop the other ones. I just hook them like this, and that seems to work fine. And I think that's going to help with the bulk. Maybe I spoke too soon. Oh goodness, why did it work before? I have much more stuff in here, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I think it's fine. We're gonna leave it. So I'm gonna not use this for now. We'll try it next time, maybe, if this is bugging me. So finally, we're done with the July setup, and here is how it turned out. We have the tending list, we have the monthly plan, and we have the dashboard page. I think I might find some scripture or something to write here. Nothing over here yet, but that is the beauty of it. It doesn't have to be filled up because now I have space to write things as the month goes on. And that is it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you really liked it, please consider subscribing because I post functional planning videos on my channel. If you like this one, you're probably going to like those ones too, and I'd love to see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.